This is the plaintiff, Kareem Ali. He says he was hired by the defendants to mix and master some music for an album they were cutting, and they simply won't pay him for his hard work. Well, it's been a year now. He's tired of waiting around for these guys to come up with his money, and that's why he's suing them here and now for the $325 he's owed. These are the defendants, Asif Ahmed and Christian Ramirez. Asif says their jaws dropped when the plaintiff presented them with an $800 bill. The guy never told them how much he was charging them along the way, and he did a crummy job to boot. That's right, some of that track sounded very unprofessional, and bottom line, they simply aren't paying him for those. They're accused of dissing the music man.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff mixed an album for the defendant and didn't get paid. But the defendant says the guy's track sucked. It's the case of you get bad track marks.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Kareem Ali, doing business as Kali Music Services. You are suing Asif Ahmed and Christian Ramirez?
That's right.
Okay, for $325, a balance of an $800 bill that you say they are refusing to pay. You feel you didn't get the services to have to pay that much money. Talk to me and tell me what happened here.
On April 25th, 2013, Christian came over to my studio to do some mixing and mastering on an upcoming EP that he was planning to put out.
Did you two know each other beforehand?
We had done work prior beforehand.
Okay.
So we met 6 times between May 7th.
What kind of post-production?
Mixing and mastering, so that's getting all of the levels together.
Is that what you did for him the last time?
Oh, no, the first time I did recording. Recorded some vocal tracks, guitar tracks, and drum tracks.
Okay. So he hires you to mix them and master, and do you two agree on a price?
At the beginning, no, we did not. We came to
Well, you never agree on a price. That's why we have a name for you people. We call you litigants. That's how you end up here. You don't agree on a price. You think you're being really fair. You think it's really expensive. Presto, voila, just add water, instant litigants. This happens all the time.
We didn't even discuss price, Your Honor.
Yeah, I know. And then you say that like it's a defense. Who's that on? You're the manager, right?
Right.
He's the artist. Right. Okay, so, and you're the guy who pipes in, we didn't even discuss price. You're the guy who should be discussing price. That's why you're his manager, so you will discuss the price.
Yeah. No,
right?
Right, but they're...
Yeah, this isn't gonna happen again, right?
Right.
Are you new at managing?
I am, actually.
Yeah, okay. You knew that when you hired him as a manager, right? Yeah. Okay, well, you know, it's a little bit of a growing pain, isn't it? Everybody should know beforehand what it is you are paying for either this or the lawn being mowed. Anything.
Agreed. Right.
You should know beforehand. So nobody talks price. You mix and master. All right? There comes the moment in time where it's time to present the bill, and you email the bill. And what is the response you get? Well,
before that, on July 9th, which is our final mixing session, I quoted them $860. They came back to me that same night while they were there. They told me that they thought it was too expensive. So I formally invoiced them on July 12th, 2013, and I have the email and invoice. They still thought it was too expensive, but July 18th, Asif agreed to the price, and they agreed to split.
So the final total came out, so you just sent them a bill for $800 flat,
yes.
and that was for 40 hours of work, so
yes.
you were charging them $20 an hour?
Yes.
All right. And when you send them that, what is their response? Their email says, thank you again for everything. You did great work. Everything sounds great. Still a little confused as to why we would need to go to another round of mastering for Glassmaster. Couldn't we have just started there and saved some money? You don't start there, right?
No.
Okay. On another note, I am a little taken aback by the amount. I would hope that you would have discussed this amount in advance with your clients. Yeah, I would hope that you would have discussed the amount in advance, right, too? Or ask their budget, provide. See, you're the guy who's got to pay, so you're the guy with the greatest interest in making sure the bill doesn't go out of control. Gave ideas of where we were in costs over the 3-month process, etc. I would have never gone somewhere with a blank checkbook. Well, apparently you did go somewhere with a blank checkbook. That's exactly what you two did. Honestly, the entire time I was told you were a friend of Chris and doing us a favor. Wow, that's something you better make clear. Please let us know if there's any adjustment you can make. And you respond, I am already reducing my rate to $20 an hour. So what is your defense? Why won't you pay the guy? Because you did pay him part of the bill, almost half the bill. What happened here?
So what happened is, and again, they were friends at first. I think this is just miscommunication where two people are trying to make music.
It's not miscommunication, it's no communication.
Well, no communication, right?
Right.
And I mean, and Cream did send an email, which I'd like to give as an exhibit here.
Okay.
Where he states that Chris and I were, you know, friends in the beginning. And hence we didn't discuss price.
Right.
So it was, to me, it was a very informal process.
I don't know what that means. The fact that two people are friends doesn't mean they don't do business together. If you can't do business with your friends, who are you going to do business with? You don't know anybody else. I mean,
well,
people
we're
do
meeting at
business
his
all the time.
parents' house, around his school schedule, late at night. It's taken 3 months.
That's why it's $20 an hour.
Which we never knew.
What do you normally pay for this? You don't normally pay because it's your first foray
sometimes
into this
sometimes
field.
you pay
but
per
you've
track.
since before you came to the People's Court to litigate this, you have since found out what people charge an hour for this, right? And it's a lot more than 20, right? Okay.
Also, we wanted to have an audio master for a CD being made, and so at the end of the process, where we said, okay, we can take this and get a CD made, he responds and says, no, you would need to go to a different house. And actually, that's on the first sentence here where he says, and get a mastering engineer to do the process. So the problem was from the outset.
That is not what he said. I'm going to read out loud what he said verbatim. If you're satisfied with how everything is sounding, then you don't necessarily need the glass master. I simply suggested that, as that is the usual process. Though it may be cost effective to skip a step now, if the music doesn't sound commercially viable, then all of the expenses are for nothing, which is why I always suggest the traditional course when applicable. It's the concept of all or nothing if you're legitimately trying to compete in the already crowded music market. Okay. That is not, hey, I did nothing. He did something, and you guys know he did something. I agree he did and you paid him. And so what is the reason that you won't finish paying the bill?
We paid him for, we thought, the work that he did, and upon even taking the mixes then, and we shared them with other folks in the industry, we were told that these weren't mixed properly. Like, the vocal tracks were still a little low.
Okay, prove that.
Is it more important or less important to get it in writing when you loan money to a friend?
I think it's more important to have the guidelines so you guys can still maintain friendship, so there's lines drawn.
So more important to get in writing. More important to get in writing or less?
I would say more, because you have like a tangible contract that you can check out if there's any bad stuff.
But that's the case really with any loan. More important or less with friends?
With friends, I think it's less important. I mean, they're supposed to be friends, so they should do the right thing by you, but I don't know.
Okay, can I say something, because it's been driving me crazy when I've been looking at the crowd? You look like a fresher version of Lindsay Lohan. Has anybody ever said that to you?
I've gotten that before, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Was that okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I said fresher.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Going inside the courtroom.
I have a statement here, Exhibit B, that was provided by...
That's a guy a musician who's on it with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I meant prove that by somebody who's a mixer and master and whatever else. Because if you're going to say that it's professionally incompetent, then you need to show me a professional who says it's incompetent, okay? Particularly when your emails to him for months while you're stringing him along are, oh, that was awesome. Because that's what you said. You said, let me repeat your own sentence, because again, thanks for everything. You did great work and everything sounds great, right? And that's you. Well, look at him, that was you.
Right.
Right, so go ahead.
From the beginning, I asked him if he could master this. This is my first time mastering anything. So I'd let him know.
What does mastering mean?
Raising the level so that it's up to industry standards, pretty much, so that you can play it on the radio. And it sounds the same in a car,
What's glass
on the radio.
master?
It's a process where the final mixes of songs are pressed onto a glass master that can then be duplicated without any degradation, with each copy.
Was there degradation in your process?
No.
Are you saying there was degradation in his process?
Well, we never made CDs from his
So
mixes.
you don't know. So then what is it that
but it's also, it's...
Guys,
it's
listen to me. What happened is it all seemed, yeah, it is. And here's the problem. I think 800 is reasonable. And that's the peril that you run when you don't set a specific price. If you're on a shoestring budget, stranger things have happened, okay? So, you find somebody who's willing to do it because they believe in you, and not that he doesn't believe, because the first thing he said was he believes in you, and I guess you're great. I didn't actually listen to it, we'll see. But
check it out.
Sing. They'll sing for you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, I was just going to chime in.
You think there's something else you need to say?
No.
Good, because there isn't. All right. Based on what I have heard, gentlemen, I am ruling on behalf of the plaintiff in this case in the remaining bill of $325. Pay the man.
Full sides, hold on, please.
And good luck.
Thank you.
The plaintiff has collected every penny he sued for from It's defendants right here, and what's your reaction to that?
Not thrilled with the outcome, but you know, we do have our music out there, so.
Yeah.
I would like to get a CD made eventually, so we're going to spend more. Well, we thought we were paying for it when we started.
Are you a little disappointed with your manager for not handling this better?
No, we're both learning. I love the guy, and we're going to get somewhere. Model Soul, check us out.
Yeah, all right.
Model Soul.
Head right around the corner here. All right, so step on in here. You had to go to court to get your money, but you got it. What's your feeling on this now?
I'm glad that it turned out. I knew I was doing everything right the whole time, so I'm glad that the judge ruled in my favor.
Did you stand behind the work you did? They said it
Yes.
was deficient. What do you say?
Well, they only started saying it was deficient when they didn't want to pay me. For months, they were happy with it.
Give me a review of him as an artist.
I think he's okay.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, it is actually more important, way more important, to get it in writing, even just an email with friends or relatives, because a lot more is at stake.